afternoon, good evening, good morning, whatever it is, wherever you are. Hope you're having a good one. Today we're going to be tying a little wet fly. I've heard it being called the Herl and Starling, or Starling and Herl. Pretty much as it says, Peacock, Herl and Starling. Bit of tying thread, and I put some ribbing in there for just a bit of strength. Okay, Peacock, Herl, Starling, tip top, easy as. We'll crack into it, hope you enjoy it, and I hope it's a handy pattern for you. Cheers. Right, into it. Our hook today is a Hanak H250 barbless, size 14. Go bigger, go smaller. There's a lot of other hooks you can use as well. A lot of the Kamasan ones are really good. If you want something really stout, the B175, really strong hook, or 401 if you want something finer, but take your pick. But today we're using that Hanak hook. We're going to be using the Semperfli Nano silk in 30 denier or 18 aught. Nice strong thread, I really like it. And we're just going to get our base layer on there. You're not going to go all the way back, generally go just past the point of the hook. And just get that in. There we go. And get rid of our tag end. Right, for our ribbing, I'm just using the Semperfli 0.1mm black wire. Mix it up if you want some colour in there. You could use gold or purples or greens or whatever floats your boat. You could put some flash through there if you wanted, but I like to keep it nice and subtle on this one. And you're just going to get that tied in on the opposite side of the hook from you, or the camera side of the hook for me. Just so you can counter wrap it when you put the peacock in, which was the whole point of it, just to give it some more strength. So we'll get that herl ready and we'll get that tied in. Right, next up we're putting our peacock in. I'm just taking the herl from these peacock feathers, that wonderful green colour. Accidentally ordered too many of these, so I better tie a few more of these patterns and pheasant tails and stuff to try to chew through it. But take 2 herls off, or you can just get the pre-packed stuff. Some of it's dyed, so you can mix up the colours a little bit as well. And you just want 2 of them. Just get them nice and lined up on top of your hook, and just secure them in. And just wrap it along there, get them nice and secured in. You can cut them off, or you just pull like that, they'll generally just pop off. Once it's nice and secure, I wind my thread back to our starting point and start wrapping. And having the thread back there helps just push the fibres back together, so you get a nice body in every 3-4 wraps or so, whenever you remember. Just bring the thread back forward. You're going to build up a nice shaped body there, and just keep going. If I want to go to within about eye length of the hook eye, you can see I've just built up a nice body there. Once you're at that point, just tie it in nice and secure, a few wraps. It's the benefit of this Nano silk as well, it's quite forgiving, because it's so thin, you really don't build up much of a body with it. And keep that bulk out. And take your scissors and we'll snip that away. Next up we're going to bring that wire through. Again, this is more just for strengthening it. Just pass it through the body just nice and evenly. Because you're counter wrapping it, just makes it a little bit stronger. Just keep it nice and evenly spaced, and wrap it forward. You can give it a little wiggle as you go to avoid trapping too many of the fibres, and then just tie that off as well. And just snip it away or rip it away. These are older scissors, I don't really mind if they are used for wire. Alright, Starling. Really cool feathers with those little white tips. You can just buy skins of them online around the place. A little bit hard to get here in New Zealand at the moment, but awesome feather if you can get your hands on it. I tend to pick them, you can see I've mangled it up a little bit, but from using quite a few of them, but the bigger feathers down at the bottom of the back near the tail. And just get rid of the fluff at the bottom, and then just pull them back so you've got a little bit of a tip to tie in. And we'll just tie that in. Nice and secure. Get rid of the tip of it. Alright, next up we'll take the old hackle pliers. Do it by finger if you want, I just find it a bit fiddly. I mention that every second video here, but I prefer to use the hackle pliers. Just lick your fingers a little bit, and preen those back. Just start rolling it forward, or rolling it around rather. Really quite a delicate feather, so you just want to take your time. Just keep preening them back there. And if it slips, just hold it on until you've got it around there. You can use less, take off half of the feather. Traditionally, usually they're quite finely fine. They don't have a huge amount of the hackle on there, but I've got plenty of them, and I need a few more, which I quite like having a bit more on there. Just secure it in. Like I said, it's a nice fine feather, delicate feather, so it can actually snap off quite easy. You just got to be aware of that when you're tying as well, but when you get to the end, it's handy just to be able to snap it off. Just get it secured in there. Last but not least, now we'll do the whip finish. You can cover that up with some head cement or black UV resin or whatever you want to secure your flies, but generally don't worry. That's it. Right, there we have it. Herl and Starling. Starling and Herl, not sure which way it goes around, but it's Starling and Peacock. A handy little wet fly, just swung around or used as a snail pattern. Can also be used when beetles are around. I've heard people talking about them being caught or being taken as sort of drowned beetles. Again, super easy. Hanak H250 barbless hook in a size 14, but go bigger or smaller as you see fit. Peacock herl, black wire, Starling feather. You're away laughing. I hope you've enjoyed it. Hope it's been handy. And all the best. Happy tying. See you next time. Cheers.